houses? Building a paintbrush and making a house with the bricks. They win all the time. Building the paintbrush is really fun. I love paintbrushes. My favorite thing about science is the whole thing. Even writing and building and doing the ground. Activities away. My favorite thing about science is making things in science and building things in science. My favorite thing about science is writing in science. I like Project Lead the Way because you get to learn about stuff, but then at the same time you get to have lots of fun and build stuff. I like Project Lead the Way because we learned about how to deflect sunlight. Then we got to build a cooler.
I like Project Lead the Way because you get to learn about things and then you get to build them.
What I like most about PLTW, Project Lead the Way, is that you build up friendship and you get to you build inventions with your friends and then you build up teamwork with them. So when you're in another grade, you're how they think.
I also agree with him that it builds up teamwork. You get to spend more time with people besides at recess, which you get to spend a lot of time. And then you also get to explain why you built it and how it helps. That's why I like Project Lead the Way.
Project Lead the Way is so fun and I love it. It's what I love most about school. You're next to art and you are able to build inventions and you get to have a video about explaining what you're going to do and you get to build and you learn about inventions that are closely related to what you're doing and you can build your own thing out of cardboard or pieces of plastic and you can build stuff to help you in everyday life but it's most important to use it for the task that you're on.
So what I like most about Project Lead the Way is that it's hands-on project and not just digital or something. You can actually feel it and it's pretty fun that way.
For an example of that, I agree. We did a brain project where we made a model of the brain with clay, and it was just so much fun to be able to make a brain, because it's always been something I've been interested in, and we got to learn a lot about how the brain worked.
One thing that I like about Project Lead the Way is the problem solving, because in problem solving there's different ways to solve a problem. So you could have a solution to a problem and then another person could have another solution. And once you get to hear everybody's ideas, I think it's really cool that way.
Well, I remember when we did a coding thing, we had to make a game on Scratch. And that was pretty fun because after I played any video game, I had always wondered how they make it and what coding they use. So it got me more curious and stuff.
I like PLTW because it's really fun and I get to be creative and work with people and I get to build things and we get to do a bunch of other things. We did this project called Patient Zero where we learned about washing our hands correctly and we had to solve a sickness that somebody started and we had to figure out who, and we sometimes got it wrong and so we had to restart and try again, and we just got to do a lot of fun things.
My favorite project was definitely Patient Zero. It was so fun because you got to learn how to wash your hands correctly. I mean, who knew that there was a scientific way to do that? And what I love about just the whole thing about PLTW, I love that I get to work with people that I don't always work with, and I get to learn, problem solve, and do science, which I love science.
I think my favorite project in PLTW was the toy building project
because my group had a test run and then it didn't work, so we had to problem solve to get like it correctly so that our toy would work.